8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're going. Okay, start off at the house. I almost missed that we had the countdown going because I was trying to figure out what the hell this sprite is. Just looking at my phone. Why did I run down? I should be running up. Bonk on that. I hit a bush. I get 1 rupee. The name of the race room this week is Reliable Rupee. Guards gave me nothing of value. Tree pull on tier 1 is small magics. If I get something that uses magic in here, I might consider doing the castle. Just based off of those small magics there. Uncle gives me 20 bucks. Somebody definitely predicted that Uncle was going to give money. Take that. Guard gives me 5. Chest has boomerang. Okay, well, I'm certainly not doing the castle with just the boomerang. If I can't kill enemies, I cannot get too far. So off we go to the sanctuary. Boomerang, though, useful. Heart piece, not so useful. That is 1 of 6 items in Hyrule Castle. Don't you love that the item from the sanctuary counts as Hyrule Castle? Hey, guard, Guard, excuse me. What's my stun prize? Bombs? Where'd he go? He just despawned. Okay, well, single bomb reward for... I might have been able to do something with that at the castle, I'll be honest. Oh well. It's okay. Not bum-rushing Hyrule Castle is acceptable. We have 1 bomb. We can get more. We will get more. We're up to 2 now. I'm going to refill my health. Very nice. What does the bush crab give? Bush crab gives arrows. Not that exciting. And certainly not worth stressing over chasing a crab. Let's have a look and see what's on Lumberjack Ledge. Just bombs. We don't need to worry about those. I can get those anytime I want using the boomerang. Three bombs. I think that's officially enough to do Kakariko. Ow. And, oh look, 300 bucks. I will grab that. A little bit of seed cash early on is always helpful. Oh, and a sword! Alright, bandits have weapons. Good to know. Dash, and we're on out of there. I'm going to grab the safety bomb. It's not super far out of the way, and I want it. Okay, now we're going into the village. I have no fear of enemies in here, so I'm just going to switch over to bombs and use them to open up doors. First we go here. Heart piece. 20 bucks. Red potion. That's great. Lets us talk to Sick Kid. Another heart piece. I believe we are just 1 piece away from having another heart container. 300 more bucks. Alright. We officially have all the money we will need. You need 100 for the bottle vendor, 500 for Zora, and 110 for the monkey. So actually no, I still need 8 more rupees to have all that I'll ever need, but there's 0% chance I could possibly never pick up any more rupees. See right there. And there's our other heart. Okay. 4 hearts now. Okay. Ooh, hammer. Nice. That gives us the ability to enter the Dark World. No, it doesn't. We still need to be able to lift rocks. Take it back. Oh boy, I gave him 80 rupees for nothing. I did not get the chicken clip. But I did find 20 bucks hidden in that old lady's closet. She'll never know what happened. It's not like I walked right past her to get in or anything. I'm the least subtle bandit ever. Oh, shield. Nice. We can use those to block arrows. Sick kid, what do you got for me? Heart piece. Alright, well I think that means that we are now 2 away from getting another heart container. I have the ability to jump into Magic Bat Cave, but I do not have the ability to free Magic Bat from his magic prison. So I will not be pestering the Magic Bat. Another 300 bucks. Yeah, the hearts are blue. That was an intentional choice on my part. I like to change the color of the hearts to match whatever I happen to be playing as best I can. This time I could see that the sprite was going to be blue, so I said, let's go with blue. The options are red, green, blue, and yellow. So if you want anything other than those colors, you're out of luck. Oh boy, bombs. Yeah, well, I'll grab them, why not? It is better to take a second or two to grab those bombs than to need bombs and not have them. Alright, my next stop is going to be, I guess, the dam? Mentioning the dam has put Jet Boy, Jet Girl in my head. This is a song by The Damned. It's actually a cover of a French song, but they do a good job with it. I like The Damned. They are a fun punk band. From, I want to say, Second Wave? Oh look, glove. Alright, that's Dark World access. Well, it's Dark World entrance. We can't do anything in the Dark World just yet, but I could go in if I wanted to. Did not mean to turn sideways. No! How dare you? Alright, what's going on in here? Bombs. 10 arrows. Heart container. 300 rupees. And another heart piece. We are, I believe now, just 1 heart piece away from another full heart container, which would bring us up to 7. Ow. Crabbed. I need health. Oh, wow. Where will I find it? Certainly not from that crab. Alright. $20. I don't want to use my red potion just to avoid dying to crabs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. Because there's fairies. It's a little bit of a... God damn it. It's a little bit of an excursion, but faster than dying while I'm already over here. Activate our water walking and get out of there. We do not have our moon pearl yet, so I don't want to risk this. I'm going to skip the guy under the bridge for the time being. I'm going to see what's on the floating island. It is 50 bucks. I'm comfortable ignoring that forever. Unless you have the moon pearl, you cannot swim into this cave. Master Sword. Heart piece. Apparently I can swim out, though. What the heck? I don't want to be swimming. Let me onto the land. Alright, well the fact that we lost our water walk is a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. That's bombs. I don't need to worry about those. I am going to go see what King Zora is selling, though. Not like I'm hard up for money now. This is not going to be a thing where I'm like, oh, I can't believe he just paid me like 5 rupees for this 500 rupees, you know? That's a thing that can happen. He can throw $5 at you after you give him 500. It's the Moon Pearl! This was the correct call. The Dark World is now open to us. How about that? We're going to go back to the Sanctuary, though. Wow. Moon Pearl already. I want to see what's going on in the back of Escape. There's 3 chests back here. And 5 more items in Hyrule Castle. So there's a chance that 3 of them are here. That's 1. That's 2. Only 2. Okay, so half the items in Hyrule Castle are still in Hyrule Castle. That's fine. We're gonna go into Kakariko. Had to think about it for a minute, and I'm like, no, yeah. In theory, I could have just gone to the Dark World portal south of the house. Started with Hype Cave and gone over to check Stumpy. And then do the dig game. But that's as far as I could go there. I can't do Swamp Palace, I don't have the mirror. I can't get back into Kakariko from that side, so it wouldn't work out. This is my best shot. Because at least from here, I'll check the things in Kakariko and then loop around to Hype Cave. Hey, give me full magic. I know I don't have anything that uses magic just yet, but, you know, good to have. Hey, map check. Okay. There is 1 pendant in the light world. Both of these dungeons are crystals, so I should look into doing both of them. I have the hammer, I can do everything in Thieves' Town. I just don't have the blue cane, so fighting blind will be a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. I have a bottle of red potion. I'll be fine if I decide to fight blind right away. And who knows, maybe I'll find something in there that will help. Maybe I'll find the blue cane. Certainly won't find it there. But it is officially the first dungeon I'm going to be able to clear. map. There are 4 items in this dungeon. The big key has to be somewhere in the first 4 chests. So I'll... Alright. So there are, at most, 1 more item in the front, and then 2 more in the back somewhere. I'm gonna dash because I don't want to touch that guy. I meant to stop that dash before I hit. Like that. Yeah, there's the big key. What is this, I wonder? Small key. Alright. That means in the back we have the compass and 3 actual items that I want. Oh. I certainly don't need that bomb. Ow. Okay, you know what? Just 1 hit in Hellway there. I'll take it. Not bad. I've certainly had worse. I also do not have anything to efficiently kill these lizards with, so I need to be careful here. They do a ton of damage. And they drop shit, apparently. Just run past them. As long as you're dashing, it's okay. And we always strive to be dashing on this channel. I'm a little surprised that guy died in 2 hits. The red ones are usually tougher. Yeah, that's more like what I'm thinking. Several hits. Okay, let's grab the girl and see what's going on. 10 arrows. And over in the big chest, I'm going to need the hammer for this one. Fire shield. Alright. You know what? That's actually useful for blind. I'll take it. Yeah, when his head comes off, it spits fireballs at you. And this shield will block those, so that's very timely. Thank you, blind, for putting something that's effective against you in the basement. You didn't have to do that, and in fact, it's a stupid thing to do. You know. It's like Superman hiding all the kryptonite in the Fortress of Solitude. You know, Hal Jordan going with the yellow wallpaper. I'm going to drink red potion. And it's a good thing I did, because I did take 1 more hit. Tempered sword. Alright. Well, it doesn't help me be able to do Skullwoods, but I like to have it. I will press on and come back to Skullwoods if I don't find anything else for any other dungeons. Heart container, alright. Basically, I need the fire rod in order to consider Skullwoods. or lack of other options. We are skipping the blacksmith for now because I cannot lift the rocks that trap him. He's a frog, he could in theory jump out, but he's not going to do it. Clank. Are you serious? 10 arrows. I'm not going to waste my time with that. Off we go. Let's talk to Stumpy. 10 arrows. Come on. In the first hole, no less. Fire Rod? Well, I guess I can turn around and go do Skull Woods. Except I can't because I can't get back into Kakariko from this side. So we're going to go around and check Hype Cave. And from there, I guess I will go up and check Catfish. And Pyramid Ledge. Ow. Magic Powder? Sweet. Means Magic Bat's on the menu too. There's the mirror. 20 bucks, red boomerang, 10 arrows. Okay, well, mirror is a big deal, actually. I don't mind that one bit. I wonder which of the dungeons in the Dark World, in the Light World, is the pendant. Excuse me? Okay, Pyramid Ledge. So what's the other one in here that's, Skull Woods, okay. Wait. No, okay. I was like, they weren't both. No, they weren't both crystals, or red crystals, rather. This is, you know what, for a full container, I'll grab it. Ow. God, I'm bad at canceling my dashes tonight. Alright, and we're gonna run up, we're gonna check the Catfish, because, as I often find myself saying about Catfish, there will never be a better time to go over to Catfish. Actually, you know what? There also won't be a better time to stop off here and pick up some blue potion. You know, I've never eaten catfish. I understand it's a fairly plentiful invasive species. So it's good eating and good to get out of the area, you know? Okay, rock into here. Yeah! So it being invasive means, yeah, it's a good thing to go catch them and eat them. Heart piece. Alright. Well, thank you for that, catfish. We're gonna save and quit then, I guess. Go back to the sanctuary and see what's going on here. Talk to the princess and exit. I'm also going to do something I didn't do before, and that's map check. Okay, red crystal on Hera. I should... I'm going to do Skull Woods before I do Hera. That's my decision. I might find something useful in Skull Woods. There are... how many? 2 items in there. And, well... okay, there's 2 items in Hera. And then there are, like, 10 on Death Mountain. But I'm right here. We're going to do this. I also need to try to remember to do the magic bat, because I have the hammer, I have the powder. I'm so glad I pushed that guy away. We're going to start doing this place from the back. Like several dungeons, we will be doing Skullwoods from behind. No idea what those guys drop. Okay, to start off, we are going to go get this chest in the front. Because we have the mirror, it's easy to get out. What do we got? We have small key. Alright. I still really enjoy that trick. Excuse? Why did my spin cancel? I want these guys out of the way before I start doing this. Okay. I like to have some magic left over for actually fighting the boss. I think that's understandable. I don't need to worry about that guy. I have an extra small key. This is a weird dungeon like that. It's possible to just have an extra small key. As in a key that is small. And you didn't really need it. Not a key that is smaller than you'd expect. Well, flawless victory on that one. How'd I do that? Big key. Alright. So we still don't have any items from this dungeon. We'll have to check the room behind the switch. And then we'll do the loop in the first area. Although with this sprite, I'm going to be doing a loop all night, if you know what I mean. Little French pun. Ugh. Okay. Small key, alright. Now I need to push this statue out of the way. That chest is mildly annoying to do if you don't have the red cane. You know what? I have the big key. I'm going to drop in here. Why would I not? Compass. Wow. Alright, we're going to check this chest now. Map. Oh my god. All the items are on the left side. Ow. Alright, chest, what do you have for me? The flippers. Essential item. And this chest has a heart container. Alright, well. Why am I going down? I'd use the mirror to just exit, except I didn't come in through the door, I came in through a hole in the ceiling. So, this is actually just as fast. Skull Woods! We're done with it. I mean, I guess now my next stop is going to be Tower of Hera. No, I have the mirror. I'm going to check Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb first. Okay, I don't need that. Ow. Actually, before I get too far, there is another thing that I forgot to do. You never know, it might be important. So I'm just going to pop into the light world here. That way my portal is here. Because I do intend to go back up that way. Magic Bat, what do you have for me? Long have scientists speculated about the nature of Magic Bat and what he will give you. But we're going to find out. Oh my god. Okay, that is huge. I'm so glad I came back to do that. Oh, we're going to activate the flute and then go check those other two things. God. And while Link plays the national anthem, we have a drink of water. Okay. Bonk. Alright, back into the Dark World we go. So we can check those two things, and then we will fly up Death Mountain, rather than going in through the front door. That's our Death Mountain access, technically speaking. I just happen to be able to do that room in the dark, but, you know. And it's Bombos. Okay, that might be important. I don't know what the requirements are for getting into Misery Mire or Turtle Rock. So Bombos might be essential. We just don't know yet. Ten arrows. Okay, that's trash. But we have a clear path in front of us now. Flying out of here. That guard is going to pretend not to notice me. I am going to rescue the old man, of course. Okay. That is that cave navigated, and now we have an old man. You can tell because of the old man smell coming off of him. Link, of course, has been replaced with a fox for this particular seed. Heart piece, okay. So you can tell when there's old man smell. Did not get the super speed off, that's fine. We have the Pegasus boots, we can just dash normal style. I'll still try it here. Link's Foxtail is helicoptering. That's kind of cute. Okay, on top is heart container. I will grab that as I go through. And in here we have $5. I don't care about $5. Fairy, I will grab that just because I want the health. Speaking of the health, there's some health. Alright, so we don't have the hook shot. So we are going to have to do this dungeon all normal style. But that's fine. Big key. Big key's fine. We did need that to go up. And in this chest we have 10 arrows. Okay. I don't have the small key, so I will not be checking the basement. Piece of heart is in Ice Palace. There's 3 items in Ice Palace, so knowing that's in there means less incentive to go there. Stop being stuck. Okay. I will say, if we don't find another small key, then I don't need to worry about the basement. You need a small key to access the basement, and if I don't find it up here, that means it's in the basement. And if the key to get into the basement is in the basement, we never need to worry about it. Looking like we don't need to worry about it. Cash is in the sewers. I don't remember. I definitely got some cash from the first 3 chests in Back of Escape. So that does not rule out Dark Cross right there. Alright, Moldorm. Don't give me a small key. There we go. Let's see what he drops. Please not small key. God damn you, Moldorm. Well, I mean, I summoned that, I guess. I talked about it, so it had to happen. Well... God, I know it involves doing a tile room, but... there's enough stuff that I'm missing that I will go check it out. I want to be able to just put this place behind me. Alright. There's a little bit extra to just kill all those tiles instead of just dodging them, but you know. Sometimes you're here for the show. And it's 20 bucks. Hooray! Let's get out of here. Okay, well, we still have the east side of Death Mountain to check out. We have the hammer, so we can go over there. There is the Spiral Cave, there's Paradox Cave, there's a lot of things over here. If we find the Titansmiths, then we can also check the Dark World. Let's start with Spiral Cave, why don't we? I should have looked to see what was on the island. I saw him doing that and I still ran into it. $100. All right. I'm gonna get the mirror out for a very specific reason. I don't usually do this way, but it's the smart way to do it. Observe. Now I can just go up the stairs. I don't gotta, like, jump down a hole. $50. Butter sword. Alright, well, our sword is officially 100% upgraded. I didn't expect that, but here we are. And the bow. More bombs. The silver... Both bows in one cave. Holy crap. Red cane, essential, and heart piece. Bringing us up to... another full heart. Whoop! Down we go. God, now that we have the silver arrows, Armus Knights will not stand a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and go up, though, because I still want to see what's on the floating island. Bonk. It's health. It's just a heart container. Okay. That's a bit too far for me to go for a heart container. Alright. I'm going to check Gina. I'm going to see what's on the ledge. The ledge has health. And yeah, after this, I guess I'll go to Eastern. I was going to say maybe I'll combo Eastern and Pod, but Pod, I believe, is a pendant, so maybe I won't do Pod. Blue cane? Oh man, I wish I'd gotten that before I went to go fight Blind. Oh well. Live and learn. Blue cane makes him even more of a joke than he already is. Okay, Eastern it is. Pod does have 5 items in it. What color's the pendant in here? Green. 6 items total for doing Pod. I do not have the ability to do Turtle Rock yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Pod. I'm going to open Pod. Then I'll use the mirror and I'll do Eastern first. If I get something for Eastern, or if I get something like the lamp, then I'll do Pod as well. I don't know. I'll call it when I get closer. I don't know. I'm keeping the option to do Pod open, basically. Okay, we'll drop that portal, and we will go into the dungeon. Let's dash through all of this stuff. $1! Sweet! Gosh, we already have 11 hearts. It's a lot. $20. Alright. Eastern has 3 items in it. And that's 2 right there. So, I mean, it's a crystal, so we have to beat the dungeon anyway. But, you know, just the odds of getting anything useful in here are pretty low. Alright, we'll see what happens. You never know. Big key. Alright. Okay, we're coming up on a 50-50 possibly. Piece of Heart is in Desert Palace. Desert Palace, of course, has 2 items. I don't think they would count the ledge item as something in Desert Palace. Map. Alright. We'll do the 50-50. I shouldn't be doing the 50-50 now, think about it. Where's this? Alright. Alright, everybody out of my way. I want to exit the room. Okay. You can cancel your sword charge if you use the dash. Compass. Alright, as predicted. That was a waste of my time. Here's how I should have known it. I didn't have a lamp. If progress was actually stuck behind that chest, I'd need the lamp. Oh well. Like, I have the fire rod, I'll just light that room up. Much easier than doing it in the dark. There's no reason to do it in the dark. You guys can get away from me. Alright, charge up our sword for the satisfying spin room. Very nice. And we will be grabbing arrows and then going in. It's like we just got through fighting these guys, like, earlier. In the warm-up. 10 arrows, huzzah! Alright. You know what? I do have both red crystals now, don't I? One was Hera and one was, I want to say, Skull Woods? Yeah. Yeah, I am here, though. There's 6 items on the line. I can't see in the dark, though. I should have checked Sahasrahla's closet on the way in. There's 3 items in the back. Why did I not check the closet? Alright, if Saku-Racing League has the lamp for me, I'll consider doing pod. If he doesn't, then I'm not going to do it. Okay, what do we got here? 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Blue mail. Well, that's an interesting sprite. Okay. Yeah, we have both of our pendants. Okay, or both of our crystals. I'm gonna fly to my house. I'm gonna enter the dark world. I need the hammer for this. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and check Pyramid Fairy. Now, we've just passed the 50-minute mark on the race. Nobody's finished yet, but I mean, I've never seen anybody finish in under 1 hour, so we're still safe on that mark. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Can't dash because I'm carrying a bomb. But that's fine. I mean, in theory you can. There's a trick to it. You just, like, if you take a hit, you can dash using the iframes. Or if you have the hook shot, you can dash immediately after using the hook shot to grapple to something. Unfortunately, I have no hook shot. And I don't want to get hit. Hey, bottles, what... Do I just have the one? I just have the one. Okay. I'll also check the guy under the bridge while I'm over here. The lamp! And 300 bucks. Alright, well... God... I can't do any of these other than pod. So pod is on the menu. But before I go do pod, I am going to check the guy under the bridge. I have the ability to go there, I have the flippers, I have the mirror, and I have this staircase. That guard's like, I don't know how to swim, but I want to arrest that fox guy. I will say I don't dislike the sprite right now. Orange and blue are a favorite color combo of mine. Even if this isn't stellar, I still don't dislike it. If that makes sense. Okay, so pod is going to be a relatively high concentration of items, so it does make sense to go there rather than doing individual checks. What individual checks could I do, though, I wonder? I could check Cave 45. That's it. Yeah, orange and blue, they jive together. I remember there's a Half-Life mod that I used to play back in the day called Sven Co-op. It was kind of like they took regular Half-Life type situations and they just let you like do cooperative stuff like, oh look, a giant alien. Everybody needs to fight it. And so you had like 50 people all trying to fight this giant monster type thing. Or going to a location to do a thing. And there was just, you had the option to make a character, exactly like a Half-Life raid. That is an excellent comparison. No small key, so we're going to the right. And I would always play as, you could choose the model from various different models in the game, and I always chose this one robot-looking guy. And I always colored him orange and blue. They gave you the option to color your character. Hint, Tom, what do you got for me? Shield is in Kakariko Tavern. Not anymore, it ain't. And that was just a very roundabout way of me saying I have a little bit of history playing as a character who is orange and blue. Actually, if we look at the right side of the screen, we can see Bird's clothes, orange and blue. Oh, though I do need to change those up a little bit. Like, not that I dislike the look and the outfit or anything. I want to I want to update the look. It's a little generic, it feels. Small key, alright. Yeah. I keep being like, I have friends who will draw this shit if I throw a little money at them. And then at the same time, I'm like, it's such a bare bones design, I don't know. It's like, all I did was throw a shirt on him. You know, I look at like Leshy's VTuber sprite is like, you know, tattered sleeve vest going on and shirt with a skull on it and chains and big booba, and it's great. A's wearing pants. I am, in day-to-day life, a fan of pants. They keep my legs warm in the winter. No, I was going to say that's not the right placement. You, little fella, need to get out of my way. Okay, let's go over here, grab these chests first. All you guys need to get out of my way. Normally I don't kill these dudes, but they are very in the way right now, so I'm getting them out of it. Sending them to the next dimension. Small key? What are you? Heart container. I have been doing a bad job of counting items. There's my hook shot. Thank God. I love it. Best item in the game. It brings things to you. It brings you to things. It gives you invincibility frames. $5. Okay, 2 more checks in the dungeon. 1 on the boss, 1 in the big chest. One of those... Oh, and also this chest over here. Bombs, okay. One of the 2 chests remaining is going to be... Oh, I didn't hit that. One of the 2 checks remaining is going to be the dungeon item, and the other is going to be an actual thing. There's the actual thing. The dungeon item is on the boss. I am going to go fight him. He might have something I need. It'll be quick. I have the silver arrows, I have the butter sword. Don't throw up, throw left. There we go. Replenish my arrows there. Hit that. Dash over here. Shoot the statue in the eye. Meet. Okay, so this is a gamble. What I'm doing right now, this is me gambling. It may be that Sahasrara has trash. He may be Satrashala. That's terrible. But he might not have anything valuable on him. If that ends up being the case, then going down here to fight Helmsor will have been a waste. Oh, look at that. My rupees total is actually the name of my good pal from Denmark, Shund. Go by the artist name 1221s. She's fantastic. Check out her work. Like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff. Alright, 17 hits on the face to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dodge. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ow, 17. I'm not waiting. 2 hits with the butter sword. Not even worth my time to switch to the bow. So it'll give me the compass or the map or whatever, and I will get the green pendant, and we'll take that to Sahasrara. Now, I can go do Swamp Palace. So if this is a bust, I still have Swamp Palace, the dungeon with 6 items. It's just, by including the green pendant as a possible reward here, Pod officially ties Swamp Palace for most items. What do you got for me, old man? Please be the Titansmiths. Red mail. Well, now we're purple. Alright, all cool colors, I guess. Yeah, sure. Swamp Palace it is. And of course, there are still items in, place, Hyrule Castle. The front of the escape sequence. And also one thing in Dark Cross, which I can get now, actually, now that I think about it, because I have the lamp. Still, I don't want to do it. We'll do this first. This is a guaranteed higher concentration of items. I see I have one notification from Discord. That's either going to be Wordle or a response from the friend I messaged earlier. Or some third thing. Small key, give me that. It's Wordle! I was gonna say it's almost like it happens at the same time every day, but it really doesn't happen at the same time every day. It's kind of weird. Bombs, that's one item. This time I am going to count. I also have the ability to do Specky Clip this week because I have the hook shot. So I'll grab that key there to steal for later. And we've clipped through. Good for us. Grab that key as well. Alright. It's all the keys we need. Ten arrows, that's 2 items. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do the left side. No, god damn it. This skeleton needs to die. Also, I didn't hit this. Also, you know what? I think this might be faster to just, like, go around. Now that I really think about it. There's no way doing the red cane trick is going to save me enough time to negate just doing that. It's cool, though. Because it lets you walk around under the water. Whatever. It's fine. Speed over style, I guess. Bonk. Push that, and down we go. Alright, what do we got over here? Heart container. 3 items. Ten arrows. Alright. Not gonna mirror out. Which means we go into the back. I must admit, if I had done this dungeon and just gone straight into the back, I would have come over here anyway. Because I would have said, I didn't get what I need to do this place. Probably? I don't know what the actual rewards are in the back. Let's see. There is... Alright, well one of them's going to have the big key, so I don't have that yet. That's annoying. Okay, so there's 2 chests at the bottom of these stairs. There's the one chest in the waterfall room, and then there's the one chest on the boss. One of those will have the big key, so I'm looking at one more item. Come on. What's going on here? Where's the boom? There we go. Okay. Well... Alright. Let me guess, you're the compass? Yep. Which means the boss either has the last item, or he has the big key, and I need to come back in to get it out of the big chest. How annoying. Especially because I didn't open the front door, I had used the specky clip. I'm gonna have to clip again. Whatever. We're gonna shave an eyeball now. I have the best sword, so this will be easy. Ow. Okay, fire rod, come to me. Eyeball, do you think? And he's dead. Just like that. It's just that easy. Alright, we're going back in. This might be my Titan's mitts. It might be a shovel which may lead to my Titan's mitts. It may be a mushroom which leads to my Titan's mitts. It may be $5. You never know. We'll find out. Fortunately, we can do this pretty quickly. Big chest is not buried that far into the dungeon. Okay. Ow. And big chest has the cape. Alright, well... It's not what we were looking for, but it's not bad. I can't get into either of those 2 dungeons. Before I go and do Ice Palace, I am definitely going to check some other things. Namely, Cave 45. God, and here's the weirdest part, is I'm just realizing it's possible, perhaps, maybe possible, that, never mind. Okay, we're in business again. Let's go to number 8. Gosh, yeah, no, Turtle Rock, we can do that. No, we can't. We don't have the ice rod. What the hell? This is a pendant. What am I doing? I was thinking about Ice Palace because it is the next most rewarding dungeon I have at my disposal, other than the Turtle Rock, I suppose. Never mind. Alright, going over here. This is also a pendant. Okay. You know what? No, I will restate what I'd said before. It is what I started to say. Actually, I can't even guarantee I can get into this place. I can get into this place. Good to know. It is entirely possible that my ice rod is on the pedestal, in which case I need to do every dungeon. 10 arrows. 20 bucks. Okay. So I'm going to check this. I'm going to check Checkerboard Cave. Then I'm going to do this dungeon. What do we got in here? Is it my ice rod? It's a shovel. A shovel could potentially be used to dig up an ice rod. So I'll grab it. And we'll check that after we do the dungeon. Okay. Fire this thing off, and while that happens, I have a drink of water. It is important to stay hydrated. Oh, I can't even say I did worst on Wordle out of everybody in my guild tonight. It was close. Got it on the 6th guess, which is the last one they let you take. Whiz robe, eat sword, please. Yeah, it was a truly an unexpected word this week. But I was able to get it eventually. Don't get a lot of words in Wordle. Let's start with you. What do we got here? We have small key. Okay. Big key. Alright. Not really what I'm looking for, but I'll take it anyway. Didn't mean to run into the thing. Alright. We will open this door. We will activate this blue switch. We'll make it a blue switch at least. Grab another key. Give me a fire rod, please. Map. Okay. I guess we'll check the cutscene chest. Because we're here, why not? We shouldn't because it's a waste of time, but you never know. Alright. Torch is lit, wall sliding away. Possibly a bad decision, but we're here. Basically, there's a ton of other chests that I could have checked instead of doing this. There's the big chest, there's the small chest over by the big chest. Compass. See? Waste of time. It's fine. Probably. I want the hammer so I can do a hammer dash in this room. It's fun. See? That's style right there. Small key. Alright. Just let this fire snake get out of my way. Ow. You know what? We're just gonna go. We're gonna go around. It'll be fine. I need to practice that. I need to actually get good at that if I'm gonna try to do it more often. Go over here. Use one of our small keys on this door here. What do you have for me? Ether. That might be important. And you know what? This has to be a thing. Or it could be a small key. Now that I think about it, small key is definitely a possibility. It's a small key. Alright, that's fine. We have the big key, we're going to the boss. I love my way of doing this dungeon because I completely avoid Fishbone Room. I've never been bitten in the ass for avoiding Fishbone Room. I'm not sure why they put a giant fishbone-shaped structure in the middle of the room. It's not actually made of bones. That would be intimidating. You know, here's the bones of a giant monster that we defeated and put in the dungeon. No, it's just walls shaped like that. Ow. Ah. It's like in Warcraft, when you're out in Tannerus and you come across that giant skeleton out there, you're like, this place is cool. It's instantly memorable. You can walk in the ribcage. It's great. But if it was just like, hey, I made some walls shaped like that, you'd be like, that's a little less impressive, but okay. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a lot of stuff going on. God, they dropped so much content in the last patch that, like, everybody's actually a little bit oversaturated with things to do. I did, like, 5 ritual sites yesterday, and I was just like, what the hell is a ritual site even? They added a fishing thing where you, like, jump into the water. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna fight this boss. Yeah, you, like, jump into the water and harpoon the fish. They added ritual sites. They added a prop hunt. Oh. No ice rod. Okay. God, I don't want to go into Turtle Rock and hope that I find Ice Rod, but I may go into Turtle Rock and hope I find Ice Rod. I added a prop hunt game. God, what else did they add? Void Assaults. There's Void Assaults now, which is just like... sometimes Void Forces attack places. Yeah, I'm going to dip into this dungeon real quick. And I'm going to grab this. So yeah, basically, the fishing one is just go out and fish. The Void Assaults is go to a place and fill a bar. Eventually a boss will show up. Ritual sites are basically delves, but outdoors and without Bran. Or in this expansion, Valera. Big key. Unique item is held by someone friendly. Unique item is held by someone friendly. That could be our ice rod, and it could be on the blacksmith. Or it could be in the purple chest. The prop hunt is interesting. I've already done it enough that I've got a B mount from it. Which is fun, you know. B. Small key, alright. Yeah, but they'd already had, like, a bunch of things to do already, is part of the problem. So those 4 activities have joined the regular slew of holidays that show up. Heart piece, alright, that's both items from here. None of them are anything particularly useful, but we did get information. Unique items held by someone friendly. So that means I'm gonna go do blacksmith. And purple chest. But yeah, no. So they had those 4 items those 4 events that they added in. There's the regular holidays. There's actual content, you know, delves and dungeons and raids. And on top of that, there was also 4 events that you could do when they first launched the game. There's Abundance, which is like a weird thing where Aloha sends you into an area to like farm, basically. He's like, fight enemies, dig up spots, there's abundance of stuff here. Give it to my shrine. So that's something. There's the, there's a place in Eversong Woods that, not Eversong Woods. Yeah, it's Eversong Woods, right? The Elf Woods, basically. Where you're supposed to do, like, a party with all the head honchos of the various elf organizations. And you're supposed to do tasks for them to make them enjoy the party more. Heart container. Alright, well that's not a unique item. I'm going to assume then it's in the purple chest. Which I will check after I do hammer pegs. I didn't do dig spot. There's a void thing out in the void storm. There's like a tower that you need to defend from void forces. And it's down in the Herondar zone. There's something going on underground too. I don't remember. There's an event in every zone, basically. And then they added 4 more. So I'm just like, I haven't finished doing all the other stuff. What the heck? I know people talk about, you know, playing Warcraft like it's your job. But it's like they're going for that here. 10 bombs. Alright. Well, that was a bust. We're gonna go to the dig spot, I guess. The unique item held by someone friendly might have also been whatever the guy in Hype Cave gave me. Or whatever Stumpy gave me. I don't remember at this point. It was a while ago. Missed. Half magic. Well, it's not essential, but I like to have it. Alright, we are going to make an educated prayer and hope that we can find Ice Rod in Turtle Rock. If not, then we're going to Ice Palace. And if we don't find it in Ice Palace, then we're going to Hyrule Castle, probably. God, I also don't know if I can even get into the thing here, because I have not been... This chest's open up here in the Dark World, I just realized. I was going to go into the Dark World there, and then I realized I need to go use the Turtle Rock teleporter to even see if I can get into Turtle Rock. I have 2 out of the 3 medallions, so in theory, I have good chances of being able to do it. Could be Bombos, just like Misery Mire was. If it's Ether, I'm also set up for that. We will find out momentarily. Ow. Dead rocks. It's Ether! Alright, I can get in. Well, that's good to know. God, I'm always so tempted with this place because I do know an illegal technique that would get me into the back of the dungeon. But it's illegal in the Racing League, so I'm not gonna do it. If I was just playing this for fun, then I would definitely do it. Okay, bombs and bombs. Alright. God, and also at some point I need to find some folks to party in my house. Or to go party in somebody else's house. The weekly quest for your housing stuff is to go have a party. Mushroom. $20. Yeah! The housing weeklies are always just like stuff like that. Bee in a bottle. Someone friendly. Someone friendly could be the witch. I'm gonna go turn in the mushroom. I will say I am very impressed with the housing. I'm also going to release this bee I picked up. Well, okay, bottle. You never know, follow it up. FF14 housing. I'm sure it's fine too. I mean, it's been the best in the game for a while now. And I don't know that I can even necessarily say, because I've not dipped into it, what's necessarily better. I know I've heard people who've done both say that WoW basically aped WildStar housing, and that was always considered the best of the genre. Unfortunately, the game died, so it stopped being available at all. And they do keep making tweaks to the WoW housing. They made one tweak that I am not fond of, because it means that if I ever move one of my rooms, two of my rooms in fact, things may break. Yeah, it used to be you could take a wall and sink it into the floor. Like, you can put walls up to divide up a, what the... You can put down walls if you want to divide a large room into smaller rooms. If you put a giant room down in your house, you're not doing anything with a giant room. Unless you're making an auditorium, you are not using a giant room. Hint tile, what do you got for me? Unique items in Swamp Palace. I got all the items out of Swamp Palace. So yeah, they have these items. They have these wall items that you can put down in order to make smaller rooms. Now, what I did was I took some of these wall items and I sunk them into the floor or the ceiling for specific purposes. Like my kitchen has a little half wall installed with some columns next to it, or on top of it rather. And yeah, that's just a fun little accent piece. That's all housing really is. It's just accents, right? And so I'm like, half wall. Half wall is fun. Who doesn't like a half wall? But they've made it so that you can no longer sink the wall items into the floor. They didn't reset all the wall items that are already sunk, though. So my half wall has stayed. Ow. Small key. Bombs. Okay. My half wall is still there, but if I ever have to move it, it's going to give me the "you can't put that there" error. and is going to pop back up onto the floor. I'm going to be like, no, my kitchen. Half walls are such a very nice, underrated piece of decor in real life. And I'm just like, why would I not want my house to have one of these in the game? Oh, he blocked my shot. I'm getting absolutely wrecked by these chain jumps. No! It's fine. One of the next rooms has a bunch of anti-fairies I can just powder. It's the one at the end of this pipe. How you doing, folks? No, give me that. Yeah. This chest over here I need. Yeah, that said, I do like the housing. The fact that you can craft the stuff for your house is very nice. Some of it's a little expensive, but that's not really been an issue for me. One of my guildmates was like, I spent all of my gold and now I have no more gold. And was like offering to do like a piece of art for somebody for 10,000 gold. And if I'd noticed, I would have been... Or no, you know what? I think she even offered for less than that. It might have just been like 5,000. And I'm just over here like, girl, if you just ask me, I'll give you 10,000 gold and no questions asked. How rich am I in WoW? Last I checked, I believe I was sitting on... It's difficult to say because it's spread out over a few characters, but I want to say something in the area of 5 million. I'm not the 1%, but I'm definitely the 10%. I don't actively play the auction house, so I know that there's a whole bunch of money that I could be making from, like, buying like, you know, low and selling high. All of my auction house stuff is... Ice Rod! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't even believe that. Fantastic. We can beat the dungeon, we can beat the game. Yeah. Most of the money that I've made has been through making things and then selling it. I'm not one of those people who's using my gold to buy up everything on the auction house of a certain item and then relisting it for slightly more. I'm actually doing something with my gold. Well, I'm doing something to earn the gold. I'm actually making things and putting them on the auction house. I have a robe that I tried to sell for like 30,000 gold initially, and it did not sell for obvious reasons. Difficult to make though. I sold one of them, I think, for like 10,000 it went down to eventually. But the price on the robe has now hit 5,000, and I still don't know that anybody's going to buy it. Still, I keep posting that auction, because you never know. It's something that I made. I had to farm so much fell cloth. And fell cloth is a terrible material to farm. Where's my small key? Where? I should just go to the dungeon, to the boss. Mirror shield. Never mind. These lasers just suddenly became trivial. Bug net. And 20 bucks. Okay. Yeah, fell cloth. It's just the place to get it is goddamn Dire Mall. Just the worst dungeon. Because it drops off of satyrs primarily. Like, it's demon cloth, but it's vanilla demon cloth. Taco just finished the race. We are officially in contention for second place. I'm gonna get the ice rod out to deal with the ice head, or the fire head rather. One, two, three. Trinex does the head thing? Okay. Yeah, it only drops off of demons from vanilla zones. And so many vanilla zones that had demons have been revamped into cataclysm zones. So, you're really looking at Dire Mall. And in the middle we have the map. And the final crystal. Now, you know, Dire Mall is... Here's the thing, I was able to go in on a relatively fast character and blow through things pretty quickly. Basically, I used the same strategy I did when I was farming Rivendair's Death Charger. Monk. Monk moves fast as hell. And, you know, it's pretty quick. Speed is the name of the game when you're trying to farm a bunch of cloth. Servo also just finished, so that's second place. We are now running for third. Out of 6 runners. I imagine Kara is probably hot on their trail, though. We'll see. Open the dungeon while I have a drink. That is the last of my water. Okay. We will check the right. They call this Last Hope Room. But really all I need is one hope, just the big key. 50 bucks. 20 bucks. Okay. Now, because the left side has more items, we will go over here first. I want the hammer first, actually, now that I think about it. So I can do that. And then that. And then that. Excuse me? That was weird. Why did I stop? Heart container. Small key. Small key. 20 bucks. Alright, not in there. We'll be checking here next. Small key. Kind of expected it, which is why I switched to the boomerang. Okay, invincibility frames to get through those. Bah! I wanted to bonk to get over that snake, and I grabbed the wall instead. It's fine, I got all my health back right there. Still, it's annoying things didn't go to plan. Things did not go according to cake. I have no Italian leather sofa. 20 bucks, 5 bucks, single arrow, big key. Alright. We now begin our ascent. Exactly. Italian Leather Sofa is the song that they used for the intro for Mission Hill. Admittedly, It's 2026. References to the band Cake are not exactly timely, but I still like them. What a great band. Hey, YouTube audience. Listen to Cake. Mission Hill is fantastic. Hey, YouTube audience. If you've seen the steamed hams meme from The Simpsons, the guy who wrote that part of that episode did another animated series called Mission Hill. It's very good. And that's why, to this day, I think it's Bill Oakley. There's two head writers on Mission Hill, Bill Oakley and Josh Weinstein. And I think it's Bill Oakley is the one who has the Steamed Hams blog, where he like goes around and tries different hamburgers from places. Why are those guys moving so fast? Okay. Where's my powder? Went the wrong way. Okay, that was bad. Small hop. Okay, we're officially done in that room. Let's get out of here. I believe I need the red cane next. Maid just finished. Third place is not Kara's after all. Kara is difficult to predict. Sometimes she's like in the top like 3 people. I screwed that room up incredibly badly. Alright, alright. And then sometimes she's in the bottom of the pack with me. I don't know. Maybe she's doing some unorthodox techniques. Or making those big gambles that don't pay off sometimes, you know? It is a randomizer. We do have the option of doing things that are risky. I think every risk I took paid off. Other than the boss for the green pendant. That was a waste of my time. I don't need any of those chests. There is nothing that could be in them that would help me at this point. I'll powder those guys just to get them out of the way. I'll open that one just because I'm here. That's silly. Alright. Moldorm 2, Electric Boogaloo. He's dead. Compass. Wow. I'm used to that chest being, like, just a couple of bucks. But the compass, that's even more worthless than usual. Alright, now we're gonna go fight Aga 2. Normally, we'd have fought another Aga before him. Not the way this panned out this time. 3 hits on round 1. Oh. No hits on round 2. There's Kara finishing. Okay. It means I believe now it's just me and Steve. Is Steve going? Is Steve in the race? I don't remember who number 6 is. Okay, well, the important thing is we have the silver arrows, so I can make him a chump in the last round. Life, dreams, hope, yada yada yada. They actually decided to give him a villain speech here. Excuse me while I become invincible, just so I can bypass this next phase. Did not want to keep using the cape, but it's fine. Oh my god, it wasn't fine. Fucking bats. Ugh. Okay. Less than stellar Ganon fight, but you know, he's dead now. Mission accomplished and all that. Which means I now walk through the door and claim 5th place. Steve is indeed still running. I'm sorry. But your princess is in another castle. I see. I thought maybe it was going to apologize for, you know, hiding the ice rod. That's, I guess, going to be my combo, my comment, that I gambled on the ice rod and it paid off. God. And the worst part is, no, you couldn't have possibly, now that I'm thinking about it. I was going to say the worst part is if you went to fight Ganon and he's like, oh, you needed to go here. If you had some way to reveal where the ice rod was, it would have just said the light world, and you would have been like, what? Because when you think about the light world, you don't think about Mimic Cave. So that's tricky. Magic boy saves magic again. God. The half magic. It's always fun to get. I love it. Dwarven breadsmiths, I returned that man to his husband. Yeah, you know, I got a time of 1:47:10, so that ain't bad. Slightly faster than usual. Pedestal was just money. Good to know. And yeah, so far everybody that finished came across the line in basically a grouping of 10, like 10 minutes. Taco finished in 1:35 and I finished in 1:47, so 12-minute spread right there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Decent enough time. Very early fast swords. Fast swords early in game is good. We like weapons. Oh, the name and koi right there. I believe I follow him on Twitch. First stuff. First sword, 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Flute, half an hour. Mirror, 20 minutes. Boss kills. See, look at that. Fast swords. Master sword, 1 kill. Tempered sword, 2 kills. Gold sword, everybody else. 700 damage taken. 1,769 magic used. Very nice. 54 bonks. I could not control myself. 5 save and quits. That's a low number. 0 deaths, 0 fairy revivals. 2 minutes spent in menus, and almost 8 minutes spent lagging. Wow, that's a lot of lag. 175 out of 216 items collected. The game thinks 145.45.42. We know better. It's 2 minutes longer. Yeah. You know, all things said, not a bad seed at all. It seemed a little tricky. We didn't end up... I don't know that I got anything of value out of the Desert Palace. I know I went in there just to double check, but I don't think I got anything. Yeah, that might have been a bit of a waste of time, but it was only a couple of minutes. Of course, as I said, a couple of minutes would have made the difference between 5th and 4th place. Because, you know, Kara finished 3 minutes before me. C'est la vie. You know, that's the thing about a race, is hugging the corners does save you some time. But yeah, no, that is, I guess, a good place to say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, for you, it is Monday. Take it easy. Come back on Wednesday. There'll be more Fallout. Yeah, Fallout's on Wednesdays. And if you want to go back and watch yesterday's video that went up, it should be DuckTales. Everybody loves DuckTales. Scrooge McDuck. What's not to love?